This guy here from Vietnam, you make video about
Xin
Edinburgh.
chào, xin chào. Oh, người Việt Nam. Người Việt Nam, Việt Nam.
Yeah, I'm from Vietnam.
Oh, you're from Vietnam? Nice, nice, cool. Are you from Vietnam too?
Hi.
Yeah, everybody's from Vietnam in here, right? Everybody, cool. All right, everybody. See you later. As you're looking at scenery that comprises Edinburgh, you can easily see why it's the second most visited city in the UK, only following London. Glimpses of medieval vibes adorned with modern aspects provide a rather unique feel when you're here, and this city can act as a gateway to other Scottish highlights like Loch Ness or the Highlands, and all the haggis you can possibly eat. Haggis is the region's national dish, and it's made from the internals of sheep. Yep, sheep entrails. And yes, when you come to Scotland, you're probably going to get drunk, even if you're not a frequent drinker. From ales to whiskey, and yes, lots and lots of whiskey, alcohol seemed more common than water here. Oh, meet Keith, a Vietnamese, Scottish, Chinese local resident here.
At first when we came here, there's no work for the Vietnamese here, so they find a very isolated, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why they all went to London to find job, you know.
What did your parents do when they first came here?
My parents, they work in a restaurant actually.
Did they open up a restaurant themselves?
No, I opened a restaurant.
Then you open up a restaurant.
Yeah.
I see. And you've been doing that ever since?
Yeah.
Exactly the type of Chinese food that the world has come to love with its hot woks, and cue that flame for special effects. It's really only delicious with a lot of fire. They also serve up a lot of your favorite dim sum any time of the day, with a lot of steam and all. Nightfall, the restaurant dinner crowd gathers, and as food piles onto the tables, let's take a moment to think about the Vietnamese diaspora abroad. That's right, Vietnamese people living in Scotland, and tonight, many of them are here with us. Alright guys, what's happening right now tonight is the largest gathering of Vietnamese people in Scotland in this very room in Keith's restaurant tonight. You're going to be a part of it. In fact, I'm sitting next to a man who has been to Vietnam for 54 times.
Well, I would be able to give you the exact number, but my bag got stolen in London some years ago, and my passport was found floating in a canal, but the visa stamps had all worn off with water, so I can't read it.
That is incredible. This is Vung, and she is the official translator, interpreter for the Scottish Vietnamese community. Correct me if I'm wrong.
For the City of Edinburgh Council.
Wow.
Just a community interpreter.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. But more importantly, she says I look 15.
I know, I'm quite worried about you. You're only 15.
That's good. That's good. Thank you. Thank you. You made my day. I knew Scotland was amazing. I knew it. Thank you.
I'd have guessed 19.
I love these people already. Thank you. You don't like one thing about Vietnam? What is that?
So many bugs.
Really bug.
She doesn't like the cockroaches.
Có tên Việt Nam là bú đi.
Hả?
Việt Nam bú đi.
Bú đi hả?
Dạ.
Buddy.
Buddy là tên bên Anh.
Yeah. Mà tên...
Buddy là bạn thân.
But out of all the restaurants in this country, I think this is the second favorite.
Okay.
That's fair enough. There's a lot. Fair enough. Are you happy with that, Keith?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, we're happy with it. I'm happy with it. Yeah, to Vietnam. To Vietnam and Scotland. Yeah, to Vietnam. Cheers. Okay, history time now. And what the government did here was they moved them into, whoa, careful there. There's a Vietnamese baby. Okay, so let me explain the Vietnamese in Scotland, the Vietnamese Scottish experience here. The original people who came here Actually, I'll just let someone more informed tell you their history.
We are from Haiphong.
Really? Really? That's the first I haven't heard about.
Yeah.
Really? The Chinese in Haiphong?
Yeah, we're from North Vietnam. We're not from Chợ Lớn, you know. Everything we're from Chợ
Everybody
Lớn.
thinks that, right?
Yeah.
And then you left by boat from Haiphong?
Yeah, to Hong Kong.
To Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Just straight.
Just straight.
I'll tell you why, because back in 1979, the Vietnamese was fighting the Chinese in the border. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Okay.
the Chinese in Haiphong get caught in between. So the government asked you must leave because you're Chinese.
Oh, they told you guys to leave.
Yeah, so in Haiphong, there must be about 300,000 Chinese there.
Really?
200 to 300,000 Chinese. 300,000 Chinese. 200 between 200 and 300,000 Chinese in Haiphong alone.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
basically Haiphong was, I think 30% was Chinese.
I mean, there's some Chinese-looking temples there.
Yeah. And they left. They had to leave. You know, Denmark, Australia.
Yeah, but they all said no.
Yes,
They all rejected
America
it.
accept us already.
Oh, America accepted you
Yeah,
guys.
accept us.
But why did you go to Scotland then?
Then because my mom come from a different boat.
Oh.
She's in trouble with us.
Oh, I
We
see.
wait for her.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And she came, eventually.
Yeah.
But by that time, there's too many people go to America.
Yeah.
I said, if you're going to go to America, everybody go to Philippines for 3 months
Oh,
to medical check, learn
Yeah.
English, 3 to 6 months.
yeah.
Then we can go to America.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, okay, go to Philippines,
Yeah.
3
They
months
wanna go to
only.
America.
But my mom say no, maybe it's a trick,
Yeah.
She think it could be a trick.
To go back to Vietnam or something.
Yeah,
like that.
you know what I mean? Don't trust Americans,
Right.
Plus my father was very angry with Americans because Americans bombed our house
Oh,
in
okay.
Haiphong,
Oh, I see.
know?
Right, and then Scotland accepted you guys.
England, they call England,
England first.
Yeah, they call England. We never heard of Scotland, you know what I mean?
Right.
They saw it, and then if you don't want to go to the Philippines, you can go to England next week.
Oh,
At
that's
least,
it.
you know what I mean? You can go.
It was that simple.
Yeah,
That's
simple,
it.
because nobody want to go England,
Nobody wanted to go to England. And then you guys went. But how did you end up in Scotland?
But when we come to England, we thought UK, yeah.
Yeah.
But when we got to London, there's not a flight. They fly us up to Scotland,
You didn't know that you were going to Scotland. You thought it was just England.
Yeah,
You had no idea.
Yeah.
So they just said nước ăn, right? Nước ăn.
Yeah.
But then you got another plane, and then bam, you're in Edinburgh.
Edinburgh, yeah.
And this is where you
outside
stay.
Edinburgh.
Outside, right? And then this is where you stay.
Yeah.
Wow, that is incredible. From 10 years old to now.
Yeah. We have put the Vietnamese in Scotland.
Yeah, exactly.
We have put people here.
All right.
Most of them they go down to England to find a job. There's community there,
Right.
friends there.
Right.
Because when we first got here, the government divide us into 3 families in a small town. Every family, 3 families
Oh, they put you in a place.
in a small town, so that you can assimilate.
Oh, I see. So they
Understand?
so they give you a house and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
house they look after you quite well.
Wow. Really?
They put you 3 families. They don't want to put all the Vietnamese in one place
Sure.
because first of all they might start what you call a revolt, or whatever against
Yeah.
Vietnam, or they might also they don't want to burden one local authority.
Right.
If you put all the Vietnamese in one place, that means you burden the council, or the local authority cannot cope.
Right.
And the main thing is to make sure the Vietnamese assimilate.
Right. That's what they wanted. That was the goal.
It's called they will call it dispersal policy.
With Edinburgh's small population of around 500,000 people, you're pretty much looking at the Vietnamese community in front of you here. The first generation immigrants and the second generation children becoming more and more distant from their Vietnamese roots. They are pretty far from Vietnam after all. Okay, let's just eat now and not think about that. The food was excellent tonight, and thanks to the Polish head chef.
Yes, appreciate it. Thank you. Come on.
But you're probably wondering, wait a minute, a Chinese restaurant called Saigon? Well, they do have Vietnamese options as well. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, we'll get a fork for you. Don't go understand.
Well, that's how I eat my pho though.
Yeah, with fork.
With the fork, yeah. Keith, I have to hand it to you. The pho is very Vietnamese, very southern Vietnamese, sweet. It's good. I mean, for what it's worth, for Scotland, it's pretty good. For the mere fact that we are in Scotland right now and eating pho, that is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And I like how it's not too westernized, because a lot of places will tend to westernize their pho, right? This is pretty legit. It is a reminder of home. How about something a lot less Vietnamese and a little bit more Scottish? You grew up like this, right?
Yeah.
This is a very Scottish
Very.
thing, like interesting. So like afternoon tea, right? This is a part of life. Some cake, some tea with some milk tea. In terms of like this culture with the tea and the cake, and did your parents get assimilated to this, or is this quite foreign to them?
They're from Poland. They
So-
never.
so
my mom will never drink tea with milk. For that.
So even though they were here, and this is a place with very other few Asians, they still kind of kept to themselves.
Yeah.
And then you guys are more assimilated because you went to school.
Yeah. We were drink tea with milk. You know.
But you guys, I mean, straight up like Scottish, like only the 4 brothers at that school.
Yeah,
were
that's
Asian.
it. That's it.
Wow,
Nobody else.
were you popular?
At first they were. At first we were.
Yeah.
Yeah. But later on because.
You were better at math.
Yeah. We have a math. Yeah. Math. Yeah.
So you were really good students.
Not bad. You're okay. No. We're good. You want to come up with yourself when you're a good student?
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say I was good in writing and
Yeah.
in English, but not so much in math.
There are a lot of Asian in your school.
Yeah, like
no?
half Vietnamese, half Mexican.
My goodness.
Yeah, so many wings.
Yeah.
Wing.
Wing, huh?
In the yearbook, yeah, all the wings. So did you experience discrimination though? That's
Yeah,
that's the thing.
absolutely. Yeah.
Really?
When we first came here because we were the only Asian family, only Oriental family.
What did the kids call you? Like any names?
Chinky,
Chinky?
Yeah.
That was your nickname?
yellow belly.
Yellow belly. Really? Really? That's like a type of fish, like a yellow belly tuna or something. Even today, do you sense that is there still like a difference? Like when you walk in, they still see you different.
Better now.
Better
Much
now.
better because the Asian is stronger now.
Right.
Especially where everything happening in Asia.
Right.
You know.
Is there more Asians?
Especially we may look. They think we're Chinese. Maybe they never thought we were Vietnamese. They never think we're Chinese. Because China getting stronger now. You see. So there's got respect for Asian people now than before.
What a very unique experience, guys. I want to say a special thanks to Keith for making this possible. The Vietnamese community in Scotland is quite small, but it's really tight. And to see all these women adapt to the Scottish life is quite interesting to me. So I really am honored to have the opportunity to sit here, a gathering of Vietnamese people in Scotland. This is incredible. YouTube is incredible. It's incredible. A very special thanks to Keith for sharing the Vietnamese Scottish diaspora with us. If you're in Edinburgh and sick of the haggis, come visit his restaurant and say hello. As for now, good night. I've been Kyle, and this has been the Vietnamese in Scotland. Where were the kilts? This is Brian, the manager here at the Saigon restaurant, from Macedonia. So you have a Macedonian managing a Vietnamese Chinese restaurant